no. Now, why aren't all three words respected the same way? All three are complete sentences. All three protect something important. But only two are revered, and yet one is judged. I've always been admired for my yeses. Yes to my children, yes to my organizations, yes to every, but can you? That came my way. My yeses felt like love. They felt like leadership. They felt like support until they didn't. Imagine the light bulb goes off and you realize that putting yourself first is not selfish. Selfishness has been weaponized against anyone, especially women, who dare to say no. When I decided to cut back and step back, people only told me how it affected them. But the radical power of no is something that I had to recognize because it brought me back into focus. There came a time when my yeses became very heavy. And I had to stop and think. And figure out how doing better for myself was really doing better for others. Every time the phone would ring, my heart would race. And not so much only because of who was on the other line, but because what was the ask going to be? The kids. Adult children with adult issues. How much do they need? What does mommy have to fix now? Leadership roles. At the end of every meeting, there was another something that I had to do. For every award won, there were greater expectations. And I had to realize that identifying the radical power of no wasn't rejecting anyone. Those that have the greatest access to you consider your boundaries as betrayal. But boundaries are not betrayal. Boundaries are balance. Now I know what you're saying. Well, Tanya, if you don't do it, who will? I get it. I get it. I get it. Sometimes saying no feels like you're dropping the ball. But sometimes one of the most loving things you can do is set that ball down before it breaks you. You know, Maya said, You teach people how to treat you. And those that have the greatest access to you do not like when you change and restrict your constant availability. Now, no is not rejection. No is healing. Sometimes you have to step back. And in doing so, you create space for creativity, for rest, and clarity of mind. You have to stop carrying all that is not yours. We have to dispel that myth. Oh, you're so strong. I just like that term so much. We live in a culture that rewards 12-hour workdays. It rewards you not using your vacation time. It rewards burnout. And called burnout, well done. However, exhaustion does not make you effective. The culture that we live in tells mothers, leaders, and caregivers that if you aren't exhausted, you aren't doing enough. Exhaustion does not make you effective. It makes you empty. The radical power of no is something I had to identify in order to do better for myself. It's not rejection. It's helping me to be able to do more for others. When we stop taking on what is not ours, that is strength. And it teaches others that they now have to be strong. What if we gave the word no the same authority and respect as run and stop? They all protect something important. They all demand an immediate response. Why do people make you feel bad when you say no? No is not a bad word. The next time you get that call in the middle of the night that you know is going to disturb your peace, I want you to do this. I want you to realize that no is a full sentence. I want you to remember that no is a radical act. And most importantly, I want you to remember that no is the beginning and not the end. Thank you.